श्रील प्रभुपाद जी के उपदेश अमृत की जय। प्रभाष
जय
श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर जी की जय।
जय।
मैं कुछ नहीं करता और कुछ नहीं करूँगा, भगवान जैसा करवाएंगे वैसा करूँगा। ऐसे कर्तव्य अभिमान रहित निरंतर भगवान की सेवा में रत भक्त ही जीव का कल्याण कर सकते हैं। यदि हम अपनी इच्छा से प्रेय पथ यथा जागतिक कामना के मार्ग पर चलकर संसार करने के लिए दौड़ें तथा संसार में व्यस्त रहें, तो त्रिताप ज्वाला में हमें निश्चित रूप से ही निश्चित रूप से जलना ही पड़ेगा। किसी वस्तु के प्रति भोग दृष्टि ना कर उसे भगवान की सेवा लगाने का रहस्य जानने पर ही भजन राज्य में प्रवेश किया जा सकता है। कृष्ण जिसके सेव्य वस्तु के रूप में प्रकाशित होते हैं, वे किसी दूसरे की सेवा कर ही नहीं सकते। एकाग्र चित्त होकर हरि कथा सुनने पर ही वास्तविक वास्तविक रूप में साधु संग होता है और हम भगवान के वीर्य और जगत की दुर्बलता को समझ सकते हैं। मंगल का पथ क्या है? उत्तर, भगवान की सेवा ही एकमात्र मंगल का पथ है। हमारे द्वारा अपना प्रत्येक पद निक्षेप, प्रत्येक निश्वास प्रवास, प्रत्येक कार्य को कृष्ण से संबंधित करके निर्बंध करना ही प्रयोजन है। हम सर्वदा कृष्ण सेवा के पथ पर ही पथ कृष्ण सेवा के पथ पर चलेंगे। हम हरि गुरु वैष्णवों की सेवा को छोड़कर अन्य कोई कार्य नहीं करेंगे। श्रील प्रभुपाद जी के उपदेश समिति की जय। प्रभुपाद श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर जी की जय।
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 धन्यवाद धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद।
So we will read a couple of paragraphs about Srila Gaur Sridhar Swaji Maharaj. We didn't get enough time yesterday. শিলা গুরু মহারাজের শিলা ভক্তি কুসুম সমন্বয় মহারাজের গ্রন্থ শ্রী শিলা শিলা প্রভুপাদ শিলা সরস্বতী ঠাকুর 11th chapter শিলা গৌর কিশোর দাস মহারাজ মহারাজ শিলা গৌর কিশোর দাস গোস্বামী. The readers will certainly have become very interested to know about the holy life of the great soul and Viviktanandi Goswami Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, whom the founder of Sri Chaitanya Math and the Gauriya Maths, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, submissively accepted in the post of his Guru. We only know this much about the particulars of the previous stage of life of this great man, that he appeared in a Vaishya family in a hamlet known as Bagjan, close to the Tepakola by the side of the Padma river. Tepakola is situated near the border of the Faridpur district in present-day Bangladesh. We have been unable to search out any nearby village by the name of Bagjan. On the opposite bank of the Padma from Tepakola, in the Dhaka district, at Manikganj, Mahakuma, there is a village named Bagjan. Babaji Maharaj may have appeared in that village. We have heard that in his householder life, Srila Babaji Maharaj was known by the name of Banshidas. And at that time, he used to practice the culture of scriptural spirituality while carrying on his livelihood in the honest occupation of a grain merchant. After the death of his wife, he renounced family life and went to Sridham Vrindavan, accepted the garb of a Babaji from Srila Bhagavad Das Babaji Maharaj, one of the disciples of the foremost Vaishnava, Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, and remained under trees in various places of the 168-mile circle of Braja to do bhajan, accompanied with intense renunciation. The Samadhi of Srila Bhagavad Das Babaji Maharaj is situated near the very famous Samadhi of Srila Madhusudan Das Babaji Maharaj at Suryakund, which is almost 6 miles distant from Sri Radhakund. After almost 30 years of bhajan in Sri Brajamandal, Srila Gaurkishora Das Babaji Maharaj came to know that Mahaprabhu Sri Sri Gauranga Dev's appearance place of Sridham Mayapur at ancient Navadvip had been discovered, and that there at Sri Jogapit, the service of Sri Sri Gaur Vishnupriya had been instituted, with a view to see that he went to Navadvip Mandal and remained there in various places to do bhajan. Knowing Navadvip Dham to be non-different from Vrindavan, during this period, he stayed for some time at Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's place of bhajan, the Sri Sananda Sukhada Kunja at Sarupganj on the island of Godrum, and heard the Srimad Bhagavad from the lips of the Thakur. This topic has been described in the previous chapter, chapter 10. He who is not ruled by the mind, which is the king of the 10 senses, that is, he who is not subjugated by the activities of the mind, but is situated in the activities of the self, and is in the position to rule over the go, that is, the 11 senses headed by the mind, and who is able to constantly engage the senses in the service of Krishna, is a real Goswami. A real Goswami never uses the word Goswami with his own name. He is embellished with the teachings of Sri Sri Mahaprabhu's Trinadapi Shunichena, be more humble than a blade of grass verse. It is an unfortunate fact that people who are not Goswamis use the word Goswami with their names in the hope of becoming renowned as Goswamis, and are thus deceiving the people. On the basis of this deceit, the doctrine of the caste Goswamis has been arisen. He who forgets about bodily and mental happiness, and who, being situated in his true nature, is constantly engaged in the service of God, is a Bhagavat Paramhansha. Srila Gaurkishora Das Babaji Maharaj was a true Goswami and Bhagavat Paramhansha. We will now discuss a little about the subject of Paramhansa Babaji, Srila Gaurkishora Das Goswami Prabhu's instructions on ideal bhajan for both householders and renunciates. The instructions relating to householders, which were given when an opportunity arose to the late Srijukta Sambhunath Bandyopadhyay Mahasaya, a follower of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, have been described in the book Saraswati Jayasri under the portion of the Vaibhav Parva written by Sampradaya Vaibhav Acharya Srimad Paramananda Vidyaratna. It is quoted exactly here. Srijukta Shambhu Babu, after being newly married, asked Srila Prabhupada for instruction on what opportunities there are for Hari Bhajan in his married life. When Prabhupada Srila Saraswati Thakur said to Shambhu Babu that there will be many obstacles to Hari Bhajan present in his married life, it seemed that Shambhu Babu became particularly unhappy. After this, on the 28th October, Srila Prabhupada, Shambhu Babu, and a few others of us got into our own boat and arrived at Srila Gauraja Das Goswami Maharaj's feet at Kulia's silted river land. After some other talks with Babaji Maharaj, the subject of Shambhu Babu's marriage was mentioned, and he, Paramahansa Babaji Maharaj, said, "Excellent. It is good that Shambhu Babu has married. Now he will daily cook offerings for Vishnu with his own hands, and after offering it to Vishnu, he will give the prasad to his greatly religious wife to take. Then, in the understanding that she is a Vaishnava, he will take the remains of her meal. Thus, he will more or less replace the attitude of enjoying her with the attitude of her being his servable guru. If this is done, there will be benefit for Shambhu Babu. The whole universe, all the world's wealth, jewels, women, and men are all only Krishna's enjoyable object. So he will please use the objects of Krishna for the service of Krishna, and he will not consider his wife to be his own maidservant, but will respect her in the understanding that she is Krishna's maidservant. Hypocrisy never received any place near Srila Gauraja Das Goswami Prabhu, who was the embodied from the renunciation of Sri Rupa Raghunath. He never gave any indulgence to monkey-like renunciation, Markat Vairagya. Even though monkeys eat fruits, roots, etc., and roam naked from tree to tree, from forest to forest, they are ferocious by nature and extremely lustful. Those who put on the dress of a possessionless Babaji, that is Nishkinchan Babaji, but take no notice of the instructions which Sriman Mahaprabhu imparted by giving punishment to Haridas Jr., that is Choto Haridas, and thus engage in debauchery, are monkey-like renunciates, Markat Vairagi. Seeing the wretched condition of these monkey-like renunciates, Srila Babaji Maharaj one day arrived before Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur at the Sri Sananda Sukhada Kunja, wearing a beautifully bordered dhoti and shawl. Seeing the crest jewel of positionless saints in that dress, the Thakur became extremely amazed. Srila Babaji Maharaj said, "It is thousands of times better to put on the dress of a well-to-do gentleman than to wear a lion cloth and secretly perform immoral behavior. Not only in the countryside villages, but even in the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, famous holy places. Not only in the countryside villages, but even in the Gaudiya Vaishnavas' very famous holy places, what outrages, what mischiefs are being carried on by these monkeys. They forget, গোড়ার আমি মুখে বলিলে নাহি চলে, গোড়ার আচার গোড়ার বিচার লইলে ফল ফলে, লোক দেখানো গোড়া ভজা তিলক মাত্র ধরি, গোপনেতে অত্যাচার গোড়া ধরে চুরি. অর্থাৎ, that is, it will not do if you just say, I am Gora's, Sri Chaitanya's, like I belong to Sri Chaitanya. I am Gora's. With your mouth, if Gora's behavior and Gora's deliberations are accepted, then results will fructify. If you only wear tilak and worship Gora to show off to other people while secretly acting immorally, Gora detects your theft. The Maharaj of Kasim Bazar, the late Manindra Chandra Nandi Bahadur, tried with great effort to take Srila Babaji Maharaj to the Kasim Bazar palace, but his desire was not successful. When the Maharaj's men went to Babaji Maharaj and said that by the order of the Maharaj, he would take Babaji Mahasai with great care by palanquin to Krishnanagar, and from there by first-class train to Kasim Bazar, Srila Babaji Maharaj replied, "If I go to the Maharaj's palace, I may become greedy for wealth. and due to that, there would be a possibility of strained relations with the Maharaj. Let him give over all his worldly possessions to his relatives and officers and come to me. I shall have a boat cover like mine made and give it to him for a dwelling place, and together we shall blissfully perform Hari Bhajan. Seeing no other means, the Maharaj man left. The Maharaj and many other rich people asked permission to build a house for Srila Babaji Maharaj in Navadvip. But by not accepting anything, Babaji Maharaj exhibited a blazing ideal of the teaching. Nishkinchanasya, Bhagavad Bhajanan Mukhasya, Parang Parang Jigo Mishor Bhavsagarasya, Sandarshanang Vishainamatha Jashitancha, Ha Hanta Hanta Vishabhaknato Pusadhu. For those people who are desirous of crossing the ocean of the material world and who are inclined towards the motiveless worship of God, to see a materialist or a woman is worse than drinking poison. Vishabhakanato Pusadhu. A solitary latrine is thousands of times more conducive for bhajan than the evil association of the worldly minded. Giving this instruction, he once dwelt for almost 6 months in the latrine of a dharmasala in Navadvip. Chiraniking Pathi Na Santi Disanti Bhikshan Naivangripaha Parabhritaha Saritopa Susan Rudha Guha Kimajito Bati Nopo Sannan Kasama Bhajanti Kavayo Dhana Durmadandha. Srimad Bhagavatam 225. I apologize for my mispronunciation of English and Sanskrit. Also, alas, do not pieces of torn. Let me repeat. Alas, do not pieces of torn clothes remain on the roads? Do not the benevolent trees give us alms? Have all the rivers dried up? Have all the caves been blocked? Does God not protect the surrendered devotees? Then why will the learned flatter the materialist who are blindly intoxicated with wealth? Then why will the learned flatter the materialists who are blindly intoxicated with wealth? Srila Paramahansa Babaji Maharaj was the embodied idol of this Bhagavad verse. He never went to the door of any materialist for alms. He used to take discarded clothes from the roads or crematorial grounds, wash them thoroughly in the Ganges water, and wear them. Of course, most of the time he did not wear anything apart from a loincloth, and sometimes even that did not remain when his external consciousness was obliterated due to excessive prema, spiritual love. He used to cook in the discarded earthen pots of householders, which he first washed in the Ganges water. He would appease his hunger by sometimes begging from door to door, or sometimes even by eating the mud of the Ganges. Gangar Pak Ketan Gangar. Eating the mud of the Ganges. Sometimes he used to collect wood from the forest and, unseen by others, give it to a temple. But he did not take prasad from the temples. When Sri Narendra Kumar Sen, a resident of Agartala, asked to know from Srila Babaji Maharaj the method of gurus, the path of perfection, he replied, God is not known by imagination. By constantly chanting the name of Sri Hari, his true form will be revealed from within the syllables of the divine name. and at that time, the aspirant will be also able to know his own true identity. Along with this is the Along with this, the aspirant's loving service will also awake and arise. Even at the time of walking on the road, Srila Babaji Maharaj, being full of immeasurable spiritual love, would chant the Mahamantra in a loud voice. Tears of prema used to flood his chest, and for most of the time, he had no knowledge of the external world. Therefore, no question arose of his keeping count of the divine name. Actually, the Mahamantra is both for inaudible recitation, that is japa, and for audible chanting, that is kirtan. And it is not only for doing a set number, it is to be also chanted without counting and in excess of the set number. The essence of Srila Babaji Maharaj's instructions is the divine name is the one and only shelter. It is never proper to remember spiritual pastimes, that is lila, by artificial methods. By constantly chanting the divine name, the heart becomes pure. From Sri Krishna's name, in a pure heart, his form, attributes, and pastimes are gradually revealed, and the true identity of the soul in connection with its eternal service is manifested, along with the 11 particulars of its identity, headed by name, form, and dress. Srila Babaji Maharaj used to say in grave voice, by eating here and there and everywhere, bhajan will be spoiled. Bhajan mati hoye jabe. Once the aforementioned Haren Babu took prasad at Navadvip city's bhajan kutir. On that account, Srila Babaji Maharaj did not speak anything to him for 3 days. On the 4th day, he said, the festival from which you took prasad was given from the wealth of an adulterous woman. I again apologize for mispronunciation. If you make no discrimination about your association and eat here, there, and everywhere, your bhajan will be ruined. So 2 things, association and eating here and there. Eating is also association. कहीं पे भी जाके संग करेंगे, भजन मटी हो जाएंगे, ruin हो जाएंगे. Once on the day prior to Srila Saraswati Goswami's disappearance anniversary, Once on the day prior to Srila Sanatana Goswami's disappearance anniversary, Srila Babaji Maharaj said, tomorrow is Sri Goswami Prabhu's disappearance anniversary. Therefore, we shall hold a great festival. A nearby servant inquired, from where will the articles for a great festival be had? Srila Babaji Maharaj replied, do not say anything to anyone. Suspending our once daily eating, we shall constantly chant the name of Sri Hari. This is a great festival for destitute people like us. We have read the Bengali version partly yesterday. Jai Nitai, Jai Baba.
जय जय